Tia's trying to get enough reception on her phone here in good old Australia to get the list of questions that we compiled. Because we're doing a Q&A! Turns out I had to walk half an hour back to the car to get my phone. Tia's is acting up for some reason.
So sorry. Anyway, this is a Q&A.
This is a Q&A. Yeah, we like to do these once or twice a year. I don't know. It's nice to catch everyone up because whenever we have an influx of new viewers, we start to notice that we get a lot of questions that existing viewers probably already know the answer to. So it's nice to catch everyone up and answer some new questions. You guys keep getting cheekier and cheekier.
Oh man, there's some good ones in there. Just want to jump right in since the sun's going down.
Yeah. Here, you pick one first.
Okay.
Let's do the assumptions first.
Oh, the assumptions. Those are fun.
We haven't done this before.
Assumption is that we had a lot of money before we traveled.
No.
No.
Well, yes, actually. I mean, we saved up for 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
We saved $100,000, just about exactly.
We worked, over 4 years, we worked about 4 or 5 jobs.
We both had 40-hour-week jobs, which is making coffee. We were baristas, and then we had a bunch of side jobs. Tia sold clothing.
Chivio flipped cars, worked on cars. We cleaned Airbnbs, just did little odd jobs here and there to save money.
Yeah. But do we come from money? No, absolutely not.
Tia calls all the shots. I mean...
Depends on what we're talking about.
To be fair, I do have a very strong opinion, but I think actually though, like, we're very equal. There's some things I have stronger opinions about and I like call the shots on. I would say like our itinerary on the day-to-day, I call the shots on, like what we do, where we go.
Yeah.
But I think you are more like big picture guy, where you call the shots on like, we should go to this country or do this thing or whatever.
It's a process.
Yeah.
A lot of conversations. I wouldn't say one person's just always following the other around them.
No.
Yeah. Let's do one more.
One more assumption?
Yeah. This one seems relevant. Someone assumed that Western Australia is our favorite state.
I mean, they're not wrong. It is our favorite. It's just so big, you know? You have so much to do here.
Yeah, it's not really fair, is it? Because Western Australia is half the continent.
Yeah.
Everyone else is at a bit of a disadvantage there.
They do have some of the best beaches here.
Okay.
Is that real questions?
Yeah, let's go to real questions.
Okay.
Oh, this is kind of building on the Western Australia thing. Would you move to Australia?
Oh, I think we've said this before in our videos, and yes, we would. Not immediately, but like, it's definitely down the next couple of years to be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Settle down here.
Although, having said that, realistically, this is a very difficult country to immigrate to. And we don't really have any advanced degrees that would open up a path for us. So I don't really know how realistic it is.
Could work for Tourism Australia.
What are you working towards as content creators? I want to buy a boat. A sailboat, and I want to learn how to sail. I think it just feels like something that I'd get along really well with.
I think so too. I think that was actually another question we had, was that Chivio is a very, like, what did they say? Hands-on type person, or very good with, like, mechanical things. That was the next stage for our channel, and I think you would freaking love being on a boat, fixing it up.
Yeah. I think it'd be a nice outlet. Okay. We'll see though. That's a whole lot of money to get into that.
Yeah. Could you tell us more about how you earn money to keep traveling? All of our income comes from YouTube.
And buy me a coffee.
Buy me a coffee.
Oh, 101 members in the postcard club.
We officially hit 101 members, so
it's 8 countries, I think it is.
So, across 8 different countries. That just was beyond what I ever imagined when we first started the postcard club.
Yeah, so thank you guys. That's a huge part of our income, honestly.
Oh wait, okay, I have one more assumption. That's
Are you sneaking it back in?
Yeah. Okay, assumption is that Chivio likes the big things more than he lets on. In fact, he loves them.
I have grown to love Tia's reaction to them.
That's such a diplomatic way of saying it.
But I still hate the big things. They are the cheesiest, oftentimes most poorly constructed attraction that I've seen anywhere in the world.
Hate is such a
I
strong
love
word.
you, Australia, but it's a love-hate relationship, we'll say. We'll call it that. Yeah.
I think you.
Sorry to anybody that offended. I apologize.
That's such a strong reaction. Do you guys ever get tired of living out of a suitcase? That's a tough question for me because, like, I really like having a wardrobe, and I've had a constant struggle in keeping, like, a very small, consistent wardrobe.
It's just a revolving door of clothing that's being donated and purchased.
Yeah, I mean, the shirt I got at the op shop today, so, I mean, other things that don't fit in a suitcase, I don't really miss much.
Yeah, not really.
Just like living out of a suitcase enables this life, and this life is more important to me, and the experiences that we have is more important to me than the things that fit into a suitcase. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's surprisingly easy to let go of material possessions. After a week or two without them, you find you don't really even miss them.
Oh, actually that goes into another question, which is, since you guys have such an inconsistent schedule, how do you guys maintain any semblance of routine?
I'd say the most consistent thing in our lives is coffee.
I was gonna say coffee.
And then making these videos.
Pretty much, like, we film, in the evenings we edit, we wake up, we drink coffee, and then during the day we, make these videos. And at night, like right before bed, we have like an hour or so where we watch some kind of TV. Usually old cop shows, that's what I love to watch. We're watching Monk right now, I love it. That's just, that is routine.
This is a fair question. Why haven't you guys been to South America yet? If you've watched these videos for any amount of time, you've probably noticed that we are at our happiest traveling when it's very off the beaten path and DIY. Some of our best experiences have obviously been here in Australia, in the most remote parts. Off the beaten track in Vietnam. One of my best experiences was going to probably the least touristy part of Japan. And we haven't figured out how to crack that nut when it comes to South America. We look at all these people's itineraries, and so many people go to South and Central America and they just take buses from city to city or from waterfall to waterfall. And we're trying to figure out how to do that in a safe and cost-effective manner.
Yeah.
And South America, also Africa is another place. Both those places, it's just difficult. That being said, we're very interested in figuring it out, and we are going to do it at some point. Is the Earth flat? I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure. I can say with a high degree of confidence it's not flat.
Current country count, we've been to 36 countries.
Is it 36?
I think it's 36.
We kept tally for a while.
Yeah, it's between 36 and 40.
Yeah.
What has been the hardest part of traveling and filming in Australia?
I think expectations, trying to manage.
Like personal expectations or like viewer expectations?
I guess a bit of both.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like every Australian that watches our videos has a favorite beach, a favorite restaurant, a favorite off the beaten track, hike, small town, and it would take a lifetime. Like, this continent is huge. It would take a lifetime to see any of it or all of it. And I think that it's been really hard to balance what we want to see, what we can afford, what's logistically
realistic.
And then also
what people want to see.
Yeah, and then time, because we do have a limited amount of time. So that's been the toughest part, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. It is a continent. Australia is a continent, and I think exploring a continent in any less time than a lifetime is a very difficult thing to do. Sure is worth trying, though. This place is amazing.
Yeah, we good.
Tia's making sure the camera's still on and it hasn't overheated.
Because that has happened to us before on our other camera.
Oh, there's a question here about what gear we use. And I've done a write-up on our website. There's a link in the description. If you're curious about the gear that we use, I've kind of gone into too much detail, in my opinion, on that website. So check it out down there if you're interested. Would you ever meet up with followers?
Okay, I have this this fear that we've been talking about, that like we'll do a meetup somewhere and like we'll get all prepared, I'll show up like balloons and a cake and then no one's gonna be there. And I feel very self-conscious about it. So I'm not sure if like there's enough like demand, I guess, for us to, I don't know, maybe.
It'd be very easy to embarrass ourselves trying that, I think.
Yeah. So you guys let us know if there's demand for it. Maybe.
Oh, good question. Is there a skill neither of you have that would have made traveling easier? This is a good question.
Ooh.
Do you?
Okay, I guess it's not necessarily a skill. No, it is a skill I don't really have. I'm not very good at very fine-tuned planning. I'm good at like broad planning, but like the details, just like I'm not very good at doing that. And I think that if I was more detail-oriented with our planning, that either of us, yeah, I guess traveling would be easier. But that being said, that's not how we want to travel. We like booking things day of or the previous day because it leaves so much room for the spontaneity of travel, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon you guys have heard us complain about accommodation prices a lot, and if we booked everything 6 months ago, none of it would have been a problem, honestly. But neither of us wants to know what we're going to be doing on the day 6 months from now.
No.
So, yes, it would make traveling easier, but I don't know if we would get more enjoyment from it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we're both last-second planners, and that has bit us a few times.
Yeah.
Where does the name Chivio come from?
Oh my god, this is such a big question.
It's a Hopi name. It's a Native American tribe in the Southwest. My parents decided to give me a Native American name.
He's not Native American.
I'm not. But that's pretty much it, huh?
Yeah. No, I think it's cool. It's very unique. How do you deal with doubt and fear? Ooh.
How good is this sunset?
That is so pretty.
We're not even going to show you guys.
No, here, I got it.
You can see it on the next one.
Oh, right, because we're actually going to explore Broome. We're in Broome, by the way.
Sorry.
We're going to explore it. We decided to have a date.
Halfway through the video here.
This morning, we were like, let's have a date instead. And then we realized we had to post a video, so... Q&A!
That's my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
What was the question? Oh, doubt and fear.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's been something that I've been struggling with, since we've been, not with travel, because that's been relatively, manageable. We're using our own skills and our own, know-how to get through the world. And I don't have a lot of doubt and fear with that. I know that we're reliable people. But I think with YouTube, it's been really tough to keep the doubt and fear at a manageable level. Because it's such a roller coaster and you don't know what to expect. And
you don't know if you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Every other job I've had in my life, I knew what I had to do a good job, and it was a very straightforward path. And with YouTube, it's not that, so it does induce a lot of those feelings.
Yeah.
But I think everybody feels doubt and fear, and if you say you don't, you're probably lying or stupid.
Wait, hold on. I just doubt that I turned the camera back on. Hold on. Now we're good. Okay.
Okay, next question.
How funny would that be if we did this entire Q&A with the camera off?
Well, we're already doing it in the dark.
Or is it just mood lighting? If we just say it was intentional, no one would
find
know.
out in post.
If you couldn't travel for a living, what would be your dream job? I think I would just like to just focus on my art. I think.
You reckon?
I think it'd be cute to have like a little studio and just draw all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could be very successful with that. I get bored really easily.
Which is why YouTube's so good, because it's really hard to get bored doing YouTube.
Yeah, everything's always changing.
Yeah.
I can tell you what a dream job would be. Has being sponsored changed the way you think about content creation at all? I like to think we're very picky when it comes to sponsorships. And this has resulted in us having maybe one sponsor per year in the 3 years that we've been doing this. But that being said, it's been great working with Mazda. We had a lot of conversations with them. I think we both understand what the other wants quite well. And yeah, it's very low pressure.
But it's also cool, working with a brand like Mazda, that it really validates what we're doing as a job. sometimes it's hard to like remember that what we are doing is a job.
Oh yeah, true.
So
That's
like
true.
now, I go around and it just feels a little bit more like I can walk my head a little bit higher. Yeah.
Seemed very appropriate too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
After our adventure in Blueberry, it seemed like a very natural thing to do.
Yeah. How do you stop burnout when traveling? It depends what you're being burnt out from. Because I think for us, we don't get burnt out really on the pace or like
The constantly changing environment.
Yeah, no. I think for me, my burnout comes more from diet. I think some countries' diets agree with me better than others, and then sometimes I just get so burnt out on certain foods that like I feel like I need a change.
Yeah.
Because my stomach is very delicate.
That's part of why I always eat the weird stuff on
Yeah.
videos. Yeah, I would agree though. I mean, that being said, I think food burnout is probably the most frequent thing. Even here in rural Australia, if I'm being totally honest, all these roadhouses serve the same food, really.
Burgers. Oh, we did see dumplings in the middle of nowhere. They had some
That's
steamed
true.
dumplings. That was kind of cool.
But it's usually like chicken strips, burgers. In the mornings, they'll give you eggs Benedict,
Meat pies.
meat pies. Yeah.
It's very heavy food.
And day in and day out, any kind of food gets old.
Yeah.
Chicken the late. Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That someone asked, what is an Australian phrase or word that we integrated into our normal conversation?
I found myself saying reckon a
Yeah.
lot.
Reckon. We've been using that since last time we were here.
Yeah.
We got some of our family to start saying it. That was pretty cool.
I think they were mocking us.
Oh, you think so?
I've been saying hey a lot more.
Yeah, you have.
I noticed Australians,
Like, end some phrases with hey.
yeah, it's like how Americans will say things with an upwards intonation when they're asking a question. Australians say hey.
So yeah, we do integrate
What's
stuff.
the next question, hey? Budget update. Yeah, on the first year, we really aimed for $100 a day. And this was back in early 2021. Fast forward to today, and also bearing in mind the country that we're traveling in, we're pretty dang happy if we can hit $150 a day US.
Yeah.
I'd say traveling in a country like Australia or many European countries, the United States, $150 a day is more realistic. You can still get away with $100 a day for two people
Yeah.
in Southeast Asia or... Yeah, it's actually one of the only places I can think of now. The world's way more expensive now.
Greece,
Inflation.
Turkey.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very easterly in Europe. Who do you admire, YouTube or other?
We watch a lot of Yes Theory on YouTube. That's probably one of our favorite channels.
Luke Corns,
Oh,
he's
he's
a good
really good.
YouTuber. Yeah.
Natalie Lynn.
Uh-huh.
Life of Riza. Oh god, her videos are so good. I think we just admire the last few especially for the visuals that they're the visual storytelling. I guess all of them. Yeah, they're really good at visual storytelling. And
Yeah.
that's something that we want to like work towards.
To be good at that.
Yeah. Someone asked about how I've been managing my anxiety. For those who don't know, I have brief spurts of anxious moments when we're traveling, and that usually puts halts on things in terms of filming and the movement. We just have to stop and kind of like regroup. And it's actually gotten a lot better the last year, last couple months or so.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. I think what's really helped is coming to countries that don't have as many people, like the US or Australia, or like there's more spacious places has been helping me like ground myself a little bit more.
Some countries in Asia too, I think filming is such a part of the culture. People
Oh,
always
yeah.
have their phones out. And so it's so ingrained that it seems like you don't have as much trouble there.
Yeah, a lot of my anxiety comes from the camera in public.
Yeah.
I would say most of my anxiety comes from the camera in public. I've also read a book called Dare. That's been really good to help stop.
No, that's good. That's good.
And then the Self-Confidence Workbook. Those are two books that I would recommend people who have, I don't know, anxiety or self-confidence issues. So.
What is your best performing YouTube
Ooh.
episode? and which episode was the most fun to make.
Okay, these are completely opposite ends of the spectrum. So
Yeah.
our most wait, what was it? Successful
Yeah.
video was
We went to Canberra.
Canberra.
Yeah, okay, so the backstory on this episode is that we were trying to figure out whether to take the coastal or inland route between Melbourne and Sydney. And we put up a poll, and I think 2,000 or 3,000 people replied to the poll. And we noticed this sentiment emerged, where everybody was basically saying, take the coastal route, Canberra's a complete waste of time, it's the worst major city in the country. And really that made me want to really go to Canberra. I was very curious about this. So we went to Canberra, we filmed a short video about whether or not it sucked or not. That struck a chord, I think.
Yeah.
It really did.
That's our most successful video.
Most fun video? I think there's a lot of videos that have been fun.
It's weird that the ones that we find the most fun to film don't necessarily do the best.
But we should each tell one video though that was a lot of fun to film.
Okay.
Mine was probably in Vietnam. There's a day where we got stuck in these landslides on the motorbikes.
We reference it a lot, so you know it's made a big impact on us.
Yeah, it was just a fun video to film. It was a fun day. It was very challenging, but in a good way. Ooh, another one would probably be when we went to the top of Kosciuszko.
Oh my god, that was so much fun.
We were underdressed and the weather was horrible.
But the whole situation was so ridiculous.
The view at the top was totally worth it.
Yeah, the lady at the ski lift was like, what are you guys doing? No one does this time of year. And we're like, well, we're gonna try. And we did it, and it was just like, we were laughing pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, I did too. You've got to do one.
Oh. Going to the most remote island on either end in Japan, like the highest, the northernmost point and the southernmost point. Those videos did not do well, but I saw a side of Japan I've never seen before, and I've been going there since I was a kid, and it was like so different than what I expected, and it was so much fun to film. But yeah. You guys, the sunset we're going to show you tomorrow, holy moly. I'm dropping these little tidbits so people watch our videos on the next video.
Alright, you guys, it's getting pretty late. I'm not sure if you can see our faces anymore.
Should I even like... Ooh, there we go.
If we did not answer your question in this video, I'm sorry, but maybe we did answer in a previous Q&A. We've done like 5 of them or something. Yeah. We'll link them all down in the description of this video. I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys on the next one!
You think I speak louder than this?
Probably a little bit louder, yeah.
A little bit louder or a lot louder?
Testing, testing.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
Is it?
No. We have to run back.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What?